All right, so let's talk about this Errol Spence and Crawford fight. Well, there's nothing to talk about if it does not happen, basically, right? So, what's going to happen? Let's say if that does not happen, what about Keith Thurman? What can happen with Keith Thurman right now? Well, with Keith Thurman, he has a choice between Boots Ennis, because Espinoza wants him to fight him on Showtime, and then we got Keith Thurman all on the rankings to fight Errol Spence. So who's going to pay for who to fight who? That's basically it. We know PBC, the highest rank or the highest pay for Tank Davis is like 1 point something, but he gets shit on the back end. Showtime, if you really want to get that fight for Boots Ennis, they could come up a little bit more with the money. But it's also what the boxer want, and that's Keith Thurman. What do the boxer want? Well, he wants money, basically. Everybody wants his prize fighting. And, you say, well, Errol Spence, if you don't fight Crawford, he can move up. Yeah, but he has a mandatory with Boots Ennis. Because Boots Ennis, as we speak now, is Errol Spence mandatory, right? For the IBF. So now, if the fight don't happen between Crawford and Errol Spence, well, Keith Thurman is there. He's in the rankings. What can we do? What is at the point now is what Keith Thurman want? Do he want to fight Errol Spence? And if the price is right, that's one. Or Showtime will give him a better price to fight Boots Ennis. And we'll see what happens with that fight. It's one or the other. But to tell you the truth, the way I see it with Errol Spence and the Crawford fight, I'm not sure if it's going to happen. Sometimes I think it's going to happen. Sometimes I don't. So I'm not even sure if it's going to be possible. Or like I said about the announcement, if it's going to be 1 month, one blasted month before the fight, 4 weeks before the fight. If you get an announcement in September for October, or you get an announcement for October for November, I feel like the fix is in. Like I said, I want 8 weeks, I want 2 months announcement, but people are not understanding me when I say that. We could use it as a tool to say, listen, if all the channels were saying that, we could use it as a tool to say, listen, we want an 8-week announcement because of this reason. Even if we don't believe in that reason, we could push that reason, but I'm going to leave it alone. And if this fight happens, if it gets announced 1 month before the fight, I'm very suspect of it. Very suspect of it. But as we say, things go on. And if this fight does not happen, well, Errol Spence, there's no undisputed for you. So you have a mandatory, you'll have Standonius, you pick and choose, or you could do what everybody's trying to tell you to do is move up. But JERMELL is there. And are y'all coming together to say, well, I'm gonna move up? Because the way I see it, Errol Spence, you got somebody over there that's calling you out at 154, and I haven't heard you tweet, not one tweet at all, about when he asked to fight you, and that is Fundora, Sebastian Fundora. So you have options, but one of your options are JERMELL, which I don't think you're going to fight JERMELL, or you have Sebastian, or you can get a touch-up. There's some touch-ups you could do at 154, but you're a 154 fighter anyway. You've been wasting a lot of time at 147, so that's basically it. But when it comes to Keith Thurman, well, he got two options, and he could retire from that after that. Sorry if the wind is blowing, but I am a big mouth and I'm very loud, so I'm pretty sure you hear me. So who is Keith Thurman going to pick? Is he going to pick Errol Spence, or is he going to pick Boots Ennis so Showtime could get a good fight? Is he going to pick the network, or is he going to pick PBC? Who is going to pay him to make the move that he needs to move? That's the question, because you know he's in the rankings, he's high up in the rankings. I'm not gonna get into that. But then Showtime and Keith Thurman talking about, well, this is what they're saying. He wants 10 mil. Hey, Camboso, he had all the belts, he got 10 mil. You know, a lot of fighters that we don't know getting 10 mil, or that's not high up there. You know, that's how it goes. So I'm sure that Showtime, if they really want to push the Bruce Ennis boat out there in the shore, they could get him a good fight, and that's one of the good fights. He only lost to Manny Pacquiao. Regardless of what you say, he's there. Everybody know who he is. So that fight is very important to Showtime, I think. And when it comes to Errol Spence, I really don't know. Like I said, I still hope this fight would happen. And if it don't, we got to look forward. And Keith Thurman is one of the keys of looking forward for either Errol Spence or Boots Ennis. Or Errol fights Boots, which I'm pretty sure that won't happen. You know, high risk, low reward. No fighter at that age, well, for Errol Spence, don't want anybody riding off their back just in case. So we're not going to do it just in case. I feel that if he doesn't want to fight, it's mandatory. Most likely he might fight Standonius, or he just might move up. But like I said, it's JERMELL and Fundora that also, like I said, called him out, said I will go down to 147 to fight you. I didn't hear a peep from Errol Spence. And Errol Spence, he loves to tweet certain fighters, you know, to explain himself and shit like that. But at the end of the day, Keith Thurman is going to play a part if we don't see this Terrence Crawford fight and Errol Spence fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm out here in North and South Carolina. I'm on the border of North and South Carolina. You know, a little fun and a little bit of business. I drove. I didn't feel like getting on the plane, dealing with all that shit. Even though it takes 2 hours to get out here on the plane, I just didn't feel like being bothered with the plane, yo. You know what I'm saying? But it's beautiful out here. But besides that, Keith Thurman, he has good choices. He's in a position. Yeah, I'm over here at Ocean Isle in North Carolina. I was in Myrtle Beach. Now I'm in Ocean Isle. I go back and forth, just looking at properties and stuff like that, and you know, just see how it looks out here in North and South Carolina. But like I said, ooh, the sun coming out now. Keith Thurman, he's in a good position. The only thing we got to figure out is what the PBC going to do. Al Heyman is an advisor. You know, we always forget the advisor, the promoter works for the boxer. It's not the boxer work for the advisor. So that's why they have that word called advisor. Yes, it's called advisor. So all I'm saying is that it sounds good, but it doesn't really work that way. But Showtime and PBC, they do work. We shall see. But to tell you the truth, I really think that Keith Thurman has a chance to get paid and retire if he chooses. And do he deserve it? Do we deserve it? Hey, it is what it is. But he will get fed to one of these fighters. We should soon come to find out who he will be fed to. Errol Spence or Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, that's some. Where's my shades? Oh, I forgot my shades. But that's all I could give you for now. It's just an idea that came up in my head, and I was like, look, let me get it out as soon as possible before I get back on the road, back to Brooklyn. Anyway, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here for you to read between the lines. And it's not what they say. It's what they're not saying sometimes. So, yeah, that's all I got for you. I'm making it short because I know y'all don't like my 20, 30-minute videos. Too damn long. Like I said, chop it up, 10 here, 10 here, 10 here. But it's all good. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.